Well, thank you, and good afternoon. We're so delighted that you're here to join us for this concert, and it's a nice full house, and I have to say, it always feels a little bit like returning home when the Angeles Chorale comes back to the First United Methodist Church of Northridge, because we used to rehearse here a long time ago, and so it's nice to come back and to see what a beautiful place this is to come and to see it filled with people who want to experience some choral music today. Thank you for coming out. Today I just have a few reminders about some things. First thing I have to do is to tell you who those soloists were that started our whole concert. Stephanie Side, let's wave to us, Stephanie. Yeah, right there. And right here in the front, Courtney Rizzo. Well, today's concert is entitled "Music for the Child in All Us." How many still feel like a kid sometimes? Oh, good. There's a few that are just staring at me like, "What do you mean? I've grown up." Well, this is for the kid that's still in all of us, and it's especially for children and for teens and people that still have a spark of life and joy in their heart. This is for all of us, the kids from 8 to 88. And as I put together this concert for us, I really used Benjamin Britten's The Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra as a guide of how we might approach today, and telling us all a little bit more about the chorus and what it's about and how it functions and the different kinds of music that it can bring. Before we get into the program today, I've been asked to give you a couple of reminders that in your program, on the back page, you'll find an opportunity drawing at today's concert. So you have an opportunity if you choose to purchase that opportunity drawing ticket. You see some great prizes there for the drawing, and it's LA Opera, and it's the Pasadena Playhouse, and it's, what else is it? Six Flags. And look at the values there. For $5, that's a good opportunity. So if you could support us that way, that would be very helpful. And also there's an online auction. I think you saw that as you came in. On page 8, you'll see a box that will tell you a little bit about the online auction. There's some incredible things. My wife got this link a few days ago, and she said, "Man, the auction's amazing." I hadn't yet went on, so I didn't know what was there, and I went on. There's some really great prizes there and opportunities for you to bid on, and that will really help us keep choral music alive here in Los Angeles, in the San Fernando Valley. Well, today's program, let's get to that. That's why we're here. First of all, there's not going to be any intermission. So if you've got to get up and use the restrooms, just don't wait. You're going to be waiting a while because we're just going straight through. And then you'll find some translations. We're singing in Japanese today, and we're singing in Russian today, in addition to an African dialect and English. So there's some translations there for you that you can follow along. And we've got some special guests. If you've not looked at the program yet, we have some really wonderful guests from the Artist Plus Productions, some wonderful dancers that you'll meet very shortly. And we have a very special guest today who's hosting the concert. So I'll be conducting, he's going to be hosting. He's a friend of the Angeles Chorale. We've been able to work together many times, but it's been a while. So would you please welcome back our guest host, David Prather. David, it's great to see you, and we're all excited that you're here.
I'm excited to be here in this beautiful setting, and we're all right where we should be on a Sunday, right? Yes. Yeah, in the pews. So will you please get out your Bibles and turn to 1 Corinthians.
Oh my goodness, David, it's not that kind of a day.
Oh, I know. It's about the music, and it's about the kids, and it's wonderful to see that you brought your kids. Kids, this show is really for you, right? We're happy that your parents and your grandparents are here, but we're delighted that you're here. And I want to make sure that you feel at ease right away, because you've probably been told to be on your best behavior. You look all dressed up. You look beautiful, right? But I want to make sure that and see where the kids are. So kids, sing along with me, will you? Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? All right, we got some kids.
You know that
and some older kids too, right? Okay, all right. Oh, this is from 8 to 80, but not 8 months. Look, there we got a little baby. During Shenandoah, he's going to start crying. Watch.
Yeah, good, perfect.
Anyway, I'm so happy to be back working with the Angeles Chorale and to be here today. to add to the festivities and the fun. But John, before we get going in earnest, all those concerts, listening to the chorale at Disney Hall, I was so inspired, and I was wondering if I might be able to sing along today.
Well, we have rehearsals. We sort of prepared for this. Have you
rehearsals? Yeah.
I know you're pro, but let's see how your singing is. I've never really heard you sing.
Oh, well, now's your chance.
Yeah, let's do it. So,
right.
so first of all, what part are you? Because, we have the choir. Choir, let's be seated, and I think they can see you a little bit better. The choir, as you can see, are divided into...
men and women, that's what I see. It's like a 5th grade dance.
Yeah.
The boys over here and the girls over there.
Yeah, well, there's been some problems. You know how that is. So, basses, raise your hands.
Oh, the basses. They're the ones who sing really low.
The basses sing the low part in the chorus. And then the tenors raise your hands. So the tenors sing the higher part of the men's parts when they happen.
Well, I'd like to try for the bass. I want to go for the bass.
Okay.
Because I'm all about the bass, No bottom, I'm all about the bass. Well, the basses are here, right?
Yep, right there.
Okay, all right. And maybe
Could I have one of them sort of give you a head start how it goes? Sure. John, could you stand and maybe show us the low part of the range for the basses? Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, those are money notes. We pay money for those notes. Tenors you're right there. Yeah, okay. Okay, that seemed a little low, I guess, for you. Yeah. Okay, Mike, could you stand and maybe show us where the tenors sing? The tenors sing the higher part.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi.
Yeah, that's a money note right there. Yeah.
What else you got?
Okay, so now we're coming into the women's part of the chorus, and we have altos. Altos, raise your hands. They sing the lower part of the women's voices, and sopranos, raise your hands. Yeah, you're waving. The sopranos are the higher part. So the next part that you could audition for would be the alto part. Nicole, could you stand and just give us an idea of how the low parts go?
Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so.
Wow. Is that the one? Is that one note is yours? Okay, so far we're
I can sing really high too.
okay.
Sopranos?
Well, let's try that. Where's Cecilia? Cecilia, show us how the soprano parts go up in the high register.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol.
Wow. What's wrong with your face? Something's happening to your when you.
All right. I give up. I'll leave the singing to the chorale, and hey, maybe I could conduct.
Sure, be my guest, David. You never know.
All you do is wave
Yeah.
your hands around.
If you take kung fu, you've got a head start.
Wear a fancy suit.
Yeah.
Okay, do I stand here to conduct?
Yep, sure.
Okay. Where's the stick? The little stick.
The baton.
Yes, the baton.
I'm not using them today. I'm just using my hands today.
Okay. All right. Well, the first thing you do is you stand.
Yeah, they always sing better if they're standing.
Okay. Ready, choir? Stand. Wow. My hands work. That's kind of fun too. Sit. Stay. Roll over.
David, come on, man.
And let's do that song from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
You came in with. That's, basic, right?
Yep.
Simple. All right. Ready? And go.
Alice, you're going to get sick again. It's not as easy as it looks. If you have smoke and mirrors, it's a lot easier.
Or a nice suit.
Or a nice suit.
Well, I guess I brought the wrong. I know, but all right. So I'll let them sing, and you conduct, and you can play the piano.
Okay. Well, why don't we get into some music, okay?
I'll
You're gonna do hosting things, yeah. You're great at that. Okay, keep an eye on the baby. Well, we're going to start today's concert with two pieces that are surprisingly enough about weather. We don't have that much weather here in California. I came from the Northwest, and we had a lot of weather there, but here it's sort of boring, just all the same. The first song is about a drought. And of course, we've experienced drought here in this state not so long ago. And it's a drought in the Sudan. And it tells the story of Sudanese women. And they were reliant on the rain in order for grass to grow, in order for them to weave baskets, for them to sell, to have money for food for their families. So they're in a drought, the grass isn't growing, and this song, they're praying for rain. And you'll hear a couple of the mothers praying and singing. You'll hear how mournful it is as they ask for rain. And then the second song, we take a journey to Japan. We're going to be singing a Japanese song in Japanese, and you'll hear how light and delicate the texture of this song is as it describes a light morning rain, perhaps, in Japan. So these are two songs about weather, and here we go.
Please, my
Wow, so that was in Japanese, right?
That was in
That
Japanese.
second piece was in
Yeah,
Japanese?
right.
I speak a little Japanese.
Really?
Yeah. Otere wa doko desu ka?
What's that mean?
It means, where's the bathroom?
Wow. Well,
I found that very useful when I was in Japan. And by the way, the bathrooms are out there and to the right. Remember, there's no intermission. If you have to have a little tinkle, just, get up and go about your business. And if you run into anyone Japanese, you say, otere wa doko desu ka? So these guys all have to speak many languages.
well, they don't.
Right?
They don't have to speak them, but they have to be able to sing in them.
Aha.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, there is a difference there, right?
There is.
Yeah. But they still have to be smart to, pronounce and learn those different
High
languages.
IQs, Mensa people right here.
They do their homework, kids.
Yep.
Do your homework.
Stay in school.
Do your homework. That's right. Well, in the first piece, that was really cool at the end when you actually heard the rain. And they're just snapping your fingers.
They just
right?
snap
right?
their
snapping
fingers,
your fingers
yeah.
like that. Well, we could do that. Would you guys like to try that? Shall we make it rain? Let's make it rain. Make it rain. Right. Okay. So let's have a little rain. We'll start out. Let's see, just a little light rain. So you guys, can you snap your fingers? Snap your fingers, everybody. Snap. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Kind of a light rain. Like maybe 0.1%, what we usually get around here. Okay. But let's add some more rain. Let's like this. Let's make it a little stronger. Yeah. Beat your chest or your thighs. Yeah. Let's have it really coming down. Come on. Come on. Don't just sit there. Let's make some rain, and let's add some wind too, like whoosh, whoosh, wave your arms, whoosh. Yeah, and can you whistle? Whoosh. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it going, snap those fingers, beat your chest, thighs, whistle, wind, whoa, whoa, hurricane, good job, okay, you can stop. We don't want to get drenched.
Well, David, the very next piece we're doing is called National Weather Forecast. It's about weather.
The National Weather Forecast?
Yeah, it's gonna take us. You're gonna hear a weather report. It's like the choir becomes a weatherman or a weatherwoman, and they're gonna talk about the weather. In the East Coast and New England states, at the Rockies, Midwest, and especially they're going to give us the report, obviously, for California. That's the one we're most interested in.
Did you say the East Coast?
East Coast.
Oh, they've been having a whole series of nor'easters back there that sound like we sort of just did.
Yeah.
So I better get ready if we're going to have a national weather, not just sunny SoCal weather.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. The National Weather Forecast. Well, the next song we're going to do is a piece that comes from sort of two countries combined. A Venezuelan composer has taken an African dialect, and it's called Kasar Mie Lagahi.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What was that again?
Kasar Mie Lagahi.
Kasar Mie Lagahi. Sounds like you're choking. Kasar Mie Lagahi. What? What?
So, 4 words. Kasar Mie Lagahi.
Kasar Mie Lagahi.
You got
Should we
it.
try saying that?
Yeah.
You want to try? All right. Kasar Mie Lagahi. Kasar Mie Lagahi. Hey, not bad. Yeah. So it's just those 4 words?
It's only 4 words, the whole song. Once the choir got those words, they were done.
And they just keep singing the 4 words?
Yeah,
Over
they
and
keep
over?
singing those 4 words over and over. But here's
Boring.
the thing. Well, David, not so fast. It might sound boring, but music is made up of variation. And so some of the variations that you're going to hear in this is tempo. Sometimes they say kasar me legahi, very slow. And sometimes they say it so fast they can hardly get it out of their mouths. It's like this, kasar me legahi. It's like you're not even sure what they said. Isn't that funny? Yeah. And so so there's a variation of tempo, and then sometimes they sing it really loud, and sometimes they sing it really soft. So this song is an exploration maybe in some musical events of speed, tempo, and dynamics, loud and soft.
Okay, well, we'll give it a chance.
Keep an open mind.
Casa! Casa! That was an awesome ending. I forgot to ask you what it means.
It means it's really hard to memorize in Africa. No, those words, kasar mielagahi, means the earth is tired. And you really feel that at the beginning of the piece. It just sounds so out of energy from the men.
That's true, but then at the end, I think the earth is angry.
Yeah, I think so too.
Kasar mielagahi, go to your room. Or the earth is angry. Well, there was a lot of variety in that. You're right. That was awesome. And percussion and foot stomping and hand clapping.
Well, the choir uses so much of more than just their voice, and that's sort of typical for good choirs. The whole body becomes the instrument.
Absolutely. So, but now do you have something in English?
We do. Yeah, we have one of America's most beloved folk songs, Shenandoah, and it's beautiful melodies, beautiful harmonies.
I love Shenandoah.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right. You may be seated. Or not. That was so beautiful,
Oh,
John.
David, are you okay?
Yeah, I just got a little choked up. I'm from Virginia, and
Yeah.
I left Shenandoah Valley for the SoCal.
Yeah. Well, David, music is a language that touches the emotions deeply of a human being. And some songs are really fun and happy, and some songs are mysterious and dramatic, and some songs have a little melancholy in them. And I'm glad that we could touch your emotions.
So it's okay to feel.
Oh, it's more than okay. It's great.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah.
Shenandoah, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. I could understand every word they said, too.
Yeah. Well, this choir, they work hard on diction. And diction is a word just for a couple of things, so that the words are understood and so that someone speaks very clearly. We might say that they have really good diction. And then diction is also important for another thing, David, is they work so hard. Singing is carried, the beauty of singing is carried on the vowels. So when they sing, oh, sha, that's a vowel, as opposed to the consonants. It's hard to sing beautifully on a consonant. So the consonants are those things that really give the percussive sound that the choir has. And sometimes we think of consonants as the percussion section of the choir. So it's things like, it's sort of, you get all those
kind
consonants?
of aggressive.
Well, just
diction is something that I work very hard on too.
Well, sure, as an actor.
As an actor, that's right. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, and the lips.
Wow.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah.
To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block.
That's amazing. I could never do that.
So I've been waiting for this next piece.
You know what's coming.
Animal crackers.
Yes.
Did you bring any animal crackers? They're really delicious. And Ogden Nash wrote the poems, right? That this is based on. Right. That you're going to sing next. Oh, kids, you're going to love this one. Animal crackers is about animals and little poems.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, so the audience doesn't have to work so hard. Okay. As great as their diction is, how about if I recite or read the poems before they sing?
Oh, I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I feel so useful. Even though they didn't let me sing. The panther. The panther is like a leopard, except it hasn't been peppered. If you see a panther crouch, prepare to say, ouch! Better yet, if called by a panther, don't answer. The cow. Moo, moo. The cow is of the bovine ilk. Moo, moo. One end is moo, the other milk. Got milk? The firefly. The firefly's flame is something for which science has no name. I can think of nothing eerier than flying around with an unidentified glow on a person's posterior. That means butt. The canary. The song of the canary never varies, never varies. The song of canaries never varies, never varies, never varies, never varies. The song never varies, never varies. I think you get the point. And when they're molting, they're revolting.
The song.
Eels. I don't mind eels, except for meals and the way they feels. Ew, 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 ew. Yuck. Kids, what would you say if we offered you a nice big plate of eels? Yuck. Ew. Right, go ahead, let it out. Ew. That's right. Yuck. Yeah. Oh, one more. My favorite. The kangaroo. Oh, kangaroo, be grateful that you're in the zoo and not transmuted by a boomerang into zestful, tangy kangaroo meringue. Woo, 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 woo. Wait a minute. What's that woo, 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 John?
The woo, 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 that is, kangaroos from Australia. And
Right.
so this must involve a boomerang or something, because that's the sound of a boomerang that the choir is making.
Oh, right, a boomerang. Well,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you want to hear what it sounds like?
This is a boomerang. I don't know if everyone here has seen a boomerang. It's from Australia, like the kangaroo,
Right.
like John said. And so that's a sort of an onomatopoeic sound that they make of the boomerang flying.
Yeah, we're trying to do it. See if it sounds like one to you. Here we go, choir.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah. That does sound like the boomerang when it... Here, you guys want to hear what an actual boomerang sounds like when it flies?
yeah.
Yeah? Okay, no. Look, she's cowering. Don't worry, you're in the front row. It's the people in the balcony who have to worry. All right, guys. Now remember the trajectory of the boomerang, right? I throw it like there, and it's going to go woo, 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 all the way around, and I'm going to run over there and try to catch
Oh,
it.
David, you're not really going to do this, are you?
Well,
I don't think our rent covers this kind of a thing. It's just for singing.
oh, she looks so scared. All right. Well, shall we take a vote? She's still cowering behind her program. I won't get you, I promise. All right, ready? And. I won't do it. Let's just let the choir, make the whoop, 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 whoop sound.
Okay.
All right, we'll do this afterwards outside.
And this features our pianist, and so he needs a little help here. You think the opening chords we'd be launching into a Rachmaninoff concerto.
More like Liberace.
Yes. Wow. Not sure what happened, but in show business, the show must go on. So here we're going to keep going on. This next piece comes to us from Russia, and it's a quiet, after all the craziness of those animal crackers, this is a quiet piece for a Sunday afternoon. It features our conducting associate, Mariah Moffat, who's going to conduct this. Would you welcome her? She comes. Mariah Moffat. Are you okay, David? What?
I must have fallen asleep or something. Is this heaven?
Well, we'd like to think so, but not yet.
Is it Iowa?
It's not Iowa. It's Northridge.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, but I passed out or I fell asleep but, oh my God, such a headache. But I heard this angelic sounding choir, but I thought it was in Russia.
Yeah, it was the Angelus Chorale right here. They were singing a Russian piece.
Oh, that explains it. It was like a lullaby. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I never wanted to wake up. There's no place like home. Well, hey, maybe if these kids would like a lullaby. Oh, that's a bad idea. I might put them to sleep.
Well, we did this beautiful soft piece, but I wanted to do a piece that I thought the kids today might know, and it's called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. How many of you know Twinkle, Twinkle,
Wait
Little
a
Star?
minute. Are you kidding me?
No.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Yeah, this guy raised his hand right there. He said he knows.
Of course he knows it. Everybody knows that. I mean, you don't need a professional choir to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I mean, boring, right? I mean, well, you like it? Well, okay, I know what. How about if we get a choir of the kids up here to sing Twinkle, Twinkle? You guys know Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, right? Anybody who wants to sing, come on up. You don't have to audition. All right? You can be an alto, a bass, a tenor. I don't care. Come on up, kids. Right up here with me. We're going to sing Twinkle. Look at all dressed up. She looks so beautiful. Come on. He's ready to sing. Yeah, come on down, dude. All right. Yeah, come on. Don't be shy. I'll bet we'll sound great. We might even sound better than those guys. All right? And, yeah, everybody wants to. Oh, hi, sweetie. All right. Okay, good. Yeah, come on over. No one's too small, I think. Oh, well. Well, except maybe her. All right, but she's good to go. All right, guys, now I'm going to conduct you. You know the song, right? Okay, I wave my hands, you sing. All right? Okay? All right, ready? And twinkle. How cute was that? Hey, buddy. You a little star. Yeah. Okay, that concludes the cute kid portion of our show. I hope you got a picture. Oh, they sounded great, though, didn't they? Let's give our kids another round of applause for being here. Hey, you didn't come up. Oh, you think you're too old or something, huh? They're too mature for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Well, guess what? There are more sophisticated versions of Twinkle, right, John?
Yeah, that's one of the things that composers do. You know, composers, they take songs that come to their minds and their hearts, and they write things and that we've never heard of. And it's pretty exciting. And then other composers, they take things that are common or that we know.
Would you two knock it off?
What's happening behind me?
Kids, they're fighting again. I don't know. The dancers.
And some composers reimagine something that we already know. For instance, Mozart. Mozart took and wrote variations on Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and thought of them in a different way than way maybe we had originally heard them.
Okay, let's hear that. Guys, that's called upstaging, by the way.
Okay. Oh, I'm used to that. Here you go. I'm married.
Well, that was beautiful, but I think I preferred our kids' version. Yeah,
Well, I liked it an awful lot too.
that was a nice variation, guys. That was good. That was good. Well, so is that it?
Well, I was just looking at the program and I see we're at the end of the concert. We've
Already? Wait, we
Yeah.
haven't had one crying baby.
I know.
Oh,
It's
they've been
sort
so well behaved.
It's sort of sad because it's been such a fun day.
Listen, you know, when I was auditioning for the choir,
Yeah.
and stood up and sang, they sang Do Re Mi, right?
Do, re, mi,
That
fa,
remade-
sol, la, ti, do, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bet that's another one that
You know, it
people
is.
are
That's
familiar
such a
with.
beloved from The Sound of Music, and Julie Andrews, Do a Deer, a Female Deer. Yeah.
Oh, remember when we worked with her? at
Oh, how
Disney
could I
Hall?
forget?
Yeah. So Do a Deer. Well, do these guys, could they sing Do a Deer?
They can, but you know, the Sound of Music had all that wonderful dancing and choreography. And they don't do that. We
We got
we
the
know our
dancers here.
limits.
Where are they?
Maybe they
Hey
could
guys,
come.
could you
Yeah.
come out and could you show us all some? At least we could do some gestures. They're so beautiful. Her gestures with twinkle twinkle, right? I didn't like it when you climbed on the furniture though. This is a church. Respect. All right. So you guys come over here and they're going to show us all gestures for Do Re Mi, and we'll all do the gestures, and while they sing they do the Do Re Mi's. All right? Got that? Let's try it.
Are we singing, or are you showing us the gestures? I thought you were going to show us how it goes.
First, we need the gestures. Duh. Okay. All right.
They
Like
don't
me.
just- okay.
Really like me. No. Oh, okay.
They don't just
doe.
stand there, right?
Doe, a deer, a female deer. That's right. Okay, good. All right. Get your
Good.
antlers.
You got
I get
it. You
Okay,
got
get
it.
your antlers. Get your antlers. There you go. Antlers. Antlers, buddy. There you go. All right. Antlers. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Oh, easy. Just raise our hands like sunshine. Hey, there's no sunshine in the balcony up there. Come on. Let me see some Ray. Yeah. Nothing but shade up there. Okay. Ray, what is it? Oh, me. Thank you. You? Me. Oh, yeah, me. Me, a name I call myself. Oh, yeah, we just point, right? Me. Right. Me, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. I always thought they cheated on that one. It's fa, not far. Oh, well. Fa, a long, long way to run. Do, re, mi, fa, so. I think we got this one. So, a needle pulling thread. Right? Do, re, mi, fa, so. La. That's an extra one. A note to follow. So. Right? Tea, a drink with jam and bread. Everyone pantomime your tea. Right? Very proper. Right? Bit of tea. No Starbucks. Tea. All right. And that will bring us back to doe, a deer, a female deer. All right. Have you got that? All right. Okay. We got the gestures, John.
Okay, are we all set?
I think
Here we go.
we're ready
Let's
to go.
sing.
You ready up there in the balcony? Okay. I want to see those antlers. Good job, guys.
Our dancers. Special hand for our dancers. Our guest host for the concert, Mr. David Prather. Thank you so much for coming out. You know, we're all here. Before we end, let's do a big encore together. Can we do that? I would just love to have all of you. You all know this. Let's stand and sing this together. What happened?
Ready?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me a name I call myself, far along the way to run. So a needle pulling thread, long learn to follow so. Tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to
Bravo! Bravo! Bravissimo! Bravo, thank you so much for coming. A big round of applause for our maestro, John Sutton. Oh. And for the Angelus Chorale. For our piano man. And our wonderful dancers. And for
one more for our guest host, David Prather.
Thank you all so much for coming, and the baby never cried. It's a miracle. Well, and I see there's an opening in the choir now, so I'm going to go sit down.
I saw you already.